Oh, are we back? Okay, yeah, that was my internet. Um, my very good university internet. I'm on Wi-Fi right now. I'm not hooked up to Ethernet, so I don't know how much of that you guys got, but I noticed pretty quickly that something was wrong. Um, I think that was just like Wi-Fi being shaky. Very funny. Um, very funny time for that to happen. But yeah, internet's everywhere, and that didn't used to be a thing. I mean, you had cell phones before. I mean, you could get cellular service, and like directly talk to people with it, like SMS messaging and phone calls, but it wasn't quite in the same way. It turns out everywhere is a cornfield some days. I think someone just hooked up their Xbox. I think that's really what happened here. I don't think it's that much to write home about. I don't know how much of my rant you heard, but it doesn't really matter. It's probably a good thing. Yeah. Absolutely been bonkers. You played Snake on them, and that's it. Yeah. Tractor fan noise. Yeah. That's a very good thing to consider. Um, hey guys, welcome to the stream. Awesome. Yeah. New PC, new computer. I don't know, like you guys aren't really like me where I have too many computers and don't know what to do with them all because like you guys are toughing it out on like some kind of older hardware. I mean, I know Cavi, your mini PC is fairly recent, but you know, still like the hardware in those have changed quite a lot. Just just in the time since you got it. Boing, you got me. Alright then, take the star. I have such awful luck with computers. Yeah, I know a few people like this. And I don't know how it, like, happens. Like the luck with computers thing. Like, at least a couple people in college, I know. Like... See, Cami will buy you a brand new personal computer if you just drop 2 commissions for him. Think about that banger deal. See, Slide Galaxy Underwater Cosmic Mario Race. This is Stonkies! You have a crazy opportunity right in front of you. Underwater Cosmic Mario Race. I already said that. Ah, jeez. Windows 11. Windows 11 is ridiculous. Like, my file explorer will sometimes just, like, get really, really annoying. And, like, it'll, like, paint weird things. And it'll, like, not work good. Sometimes I'll open a folder and, like, I want to interact with the files with in the folder, and it doesn't let me. It doesn't let me even hover them. It's just, like, sometimes happens. It's really great. I love this company. I love Windows 11. you know, it's making the most. It really is making the most of my, you know, AMD Ryzen 5 5700. Oh. Oh, you didn't. Oh. 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 So you're telling me that Twitch didn't auto-refresh for you when we came back to the stream? Oh! YouTube will sometimes do this too, where like I'm waiting for your stream, and then it will, you know, the the timer will go down, and then it won't refresh to like display the like this is basic stuff, and it doesn't work. Just like Windows 11, which I love very, very much. Its File Explorer is the best part of the operating system, and it always works just as I wanted to. Just as I was saying, you know, before you came back. Really making the most out of my Ryzen 5 5700G. Like, my personal computer, the fastest personal computer that I've ever owned. Windows 11 is really, really good at using those resources. Like, it's really, really good for using my CPU and trying to paint the File Explorer window, and I really appreciate it. It's just a really great operating system. Now Twitter is dead as fuck, but nowhere else has taken its place. Yeah, Blue Sky might be your best bet. Maybe Tumblr? Maybe? I don't really know. Alright, let's go try to fight Bowser Jr. for our 50th star. Yahoo! King Caliente's spicy return. Yahoo! Tumblr is so awkward. I'll post a drawing that people like and get 400 notes immediately, and then I post something like, hey, got commissions open, and get nothing, awkward silence. Maybe, like, maybe pairing a post, like pairing a drawing with the commissions announcement, or like if, I mean, I guess if you do commissions for someone and you post that, you can, you know, include like a link to your commissions information. But I know that Tumblr like doesn't seem to do quite as well for like in terms of like reblogs, doesn't seem to do quite as well to include text with the image. I don't know, this is just my speculation. But Cabby.art. Yeah, this is an awesome idea. Yeah. Like I'll put like I mean, I haven't posted art to Tumblr in like a while, but you know, I kept the captions quite brief. It is a very good URL. You know, it's also a very good URL. Sleevey.art. I'm sorry. Too bad Jake hates us now. Aww. I don't remember if it was that. I don't remember if it was Sleepy.art that you purchased or Meow Cities. I'm pretty sure you purchased Meow Cities, and that is another thing. Um, both of them. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Sleepy art I would definitely use. I'm not sure how the thing is I'm not sure how Sleepy art would work. Or like what it would look like. Like would it be kind of a like a year archive kind of interface? I kind of like I think what was cute in that with Yerf is like showing the file names alongside the authors and the captions. And you know, I already use like a bit of a date stamp in my file names now. I just find it much easier to organize um, like that. So I think having the file name being a, you know, major-ish component to that would be good. And ironically think Sleepy art would be super fun. I just feel bad pushing it because I know I'd be no help with any of the technical stuff. The thing is, like, at least for me personally, I am pretty good with the technical stuff. It's the design that's the hard part for me. Like how it's supposed to feel, I guess, when you're using it. Um, you know, how it's supposed to be structured. Like if you give me those requirements, I think I'm pretty good at like pulling something together. Now that we've recovered so many Now that we've recovered so many grand stars, the beacon is almost too bright to look at. Once the observatory works as a starship again, we can bring you to the center of the universe! Then we can get to your special one. We just need a few more power stars. You must help us. I'm sorry, the transition, like, from talking to that was very, very funny to me. Alright. Mail Toad. You have a letter from Luigi. Bro, I got a star, but now I can't get back. This picture shows where I am. Help me! First time I ever read one of those out loud. I know where that is. I'm gonna go there. Luigi, you suck! Luigi needs to stay home. Well, you're in luck because after we get 120 stars, we'll be playing as him for another 120 stars! I don't think that'll be... I don't think that'll be a this summer project, unfortunately. Maybe! But... even just like beating Bowser and maybe getting 120 if I can make time for streams is... I think that would be pretty satisfying to me. And maybe when I'm in more of a position to do streaming more regularly, do some Luigi streams. But you never know. You never know. We're already at 50 stars. We are speed running. Actually, let me see. You just gotta look at each of these things you want to do and break them down into a list you can bang out. Yeah. Yeah, I think outlining things can help a lot. I think in the case of Sleepy, because that's kind of a group project, I think, I mean, at least personally, I just want to know, just like a document or something with what we really want in it, I think. And then I'll see where I can help where I can. Because the problem for me is always not knowing what, ooh, maybe we could use that snow leopard mascot I designed for Tesserae as a Sleepy mascot. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I think that could be super cute. Sleepy. Alexi has the Sleepy mascot. It's on brand. It's on brand. More structure if anything. Yeah. I think with Sleepy, I just really want a wish list. Yeah, and so I know like what vibe you're going for when I'm working on code stuff. I don't know if I'm doing most of the coding. I don't know if I'm doing coding stuff, but I'd be open to working on it. Well, honestly, like with my like personal projects or whatever, it's been really, really, really difficult to work on them, like because it feels like it's been so long. Okay, if I'm talking about, okay, honestly, CB, I'm ambivalent about. If folks want to build it, that's cool, but I'm not really interested in pursuing it right now. Got a ton of other things I'm trying to finish first. I think that's totally fair, especially because we just kind of brought it up on a whim, like now. It doesn't really have to be like a soon-ish project. I think even a vague idea of what you want is a good thing for finding like a focus for it. Like knowing what it should like have. Yeah, just a re-implementation of your. I think even that is just like a long way, you know. But yeah, personal projects like DCV.SOMNL, that's been like kind of difficult to work on because like I think about how much like I don't know if I can articulate my thoughts on this on stream, but like I think about how long it's been since the last whatever, like every major redesign since like version 4 in 2020, like I felt like I launch it, and then I never update it, and then I have to make a major update to it, and then I think of how much ground it feels like a massive project with the past projects that I've had, and maybe I shouldn't be thinking too much about the past projects. Like, anybody can just go to my GitHub and see like 40 repositories. You know, some of them don't have like executables like on the ready, which I guess is very like pretty annoying for the average person who just wants to try like whatever like program I made. I I find for me, the longer something's taken, the more I need to do to make up for that, even though logically, I know that's not the case. It's, yeah. Big stuff starts with small little updates. Yeah. It's the kind of thing that, like, you know logically, but just not, like, intuitively, I guess? Or, like, I mean, I'm speaking of myself here, where, like, I know, like, okay, these are all the things I have to do, you know, to feel good about my projects, but I just don't, like, feel it. But that's in the mix of all of the other things I have to do, and of course I'm saying that a bit as an excuse, because I have school, and you know that if excuse doesn't really fly whenever I like have very like genuinely free, you know, periods of time um, like breaks and stuff. But overthinking if it's the enemy, just do it. Yeah. You know, like, sometimes I will think for a very long period of time about my site, and I'll feel like I've had an epiphany or something on it. And then I'll realize that, like, I didn't actually work on it. You know, none of that time was actually spent, like, I don't know. But, like, none of that time was actually, like, used in a meaningful way on the project. I was just thinking about it. And that's not, like... I think thinking can be a good, like, I guess, thing, but, like... Yeah. Translating thoughts to action is complicated sometimes. It can just, yeah. Thinking is good if you have a problem to solve, but if you don't, you just gotta go for it. Yeah, I like that. I know Luigi is over. Okay, sorry. I need to do a quick thing. No way to make it simpler than just start working on the thing. And you get Sleepy Bee Mario in the meantime. Okay. I know it's taking me a ridiculous amount of time for this one. Luigi is here, and I keep forgetting whether he's like here, like up there, or like he could be up here. Nope. Okay, not that tree. You know, not this textured tree. He's on that tree. That's where he is. So I need to find a way to get over there. Okay, I think if I go up there... How... I don't get the amount of height that I want with this. Wait, that actually worked! Oh my gosh. Okay. Awesome. Well now I need to figure out how to... Okay. It's fine. We're good. Alright, Luigi's over here. Speedrun strats. I like go to this level and then I talk for like 10 minutes doing the same thing over and over again. There you go, Luigi. You deserve that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hey, bro. I hid because of that big scary bug. I found a power star, so let's go home. Alright. Winning. Grab that power star. Luigi! Alright. On a roll here. See what's cooking. See if there's anything in the kitchen I haven't done yet. Which there probably is from last stream. Because I try to spread it out a little more. Yeah, we got... Let's do Ghostly Galaxy first. Oh, I think that was the hidden star from last time. So I'll just skip that. And yeah, I forgot to read. What's really appealing to me with Sleepy art is to have a gallery that I can't get into the mindset of this won't do well, so I won't post it. Because there's no community, no algorithm, no numbers, I'd like to have a way to push stuff that doesn't currently have a place without me building a gallery myself. Yeah. Um, I think that can be. I think that can be good. Or it is like a place that isn't necessarily filled at the moment, except by like gallery portions of our own sites. But it'll be in a central location is the thing, or maybe something that aggregates like our own galleries or whatever. But it's gonna be all Somnolian stuff, which is gonna be interesting, I think. Again, not a project that really needs to be gotten to like immediately, but I can see the appeal for sure. And like my Copper Mine image gallery instance was a bit of a, I don't know if stopgap is the right word, but like it was like an in-between to that um, when I did that. And the art there is still not really up to date, but whatever. My like kind of looser archive now is the DCB Doodles blog on Tumblr, but again that has an algorithm tied to it, so you know. Literally easy! First try! First try. I had my art blog back in the day, but I've never been great with more complicated stuff on my sites that aren't just plain HTML and CSS. Yeah, that was very fun at the time, and you know I still kind of that reminds me because that was I'm pretty sure WordPress, though it used like a DeviantArt theme and that was really cool. That does remind me that I used to have the patio, and then like when I didn't have the patio anymore because I thought I didn't need it, like and I said I was gonna use the group blog more, and then I ended up just not blogging at all. Um, I mean, I don't miss the bulk of WordPress, but yeah, I don't know. I have made decisions in my lifetime. Um, another beach bowl. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a longer one. Um, so that's great. Oh, this is not the longer one I was thinking of. Um, this one's actually quite short one. But yeah, I like the idea of like a centralized place for like Somnolian art. Um, because it ties into the group art collective thing. Um, more cohesive, I guess, than like we do have free reign over all of our sites and the group blog. Um, I definitely do miss a more freewheeling Somnol. Feels like everyone's got regrets, hesitations, doubts, personal issues, and it bumps me out because we can let so much cool shit flow if we just went for it, instead of it just being me and occasionally Savannah and Connor. Yeah, um, yeah, I don't know. It feels like a lot of, like, baggage for me. Yeah, baggage. It's like at the very beginning. I think my thing with blog posts is it's kind of hard to. I mean, I can very loosely have an idea of what to write about, but like getting into the um, I don't know, the way. I think a blog post is going to be inevitably in the context of other posts on the blog. And that's what, like, I know you say that that anything goes, really. It's just, I think it's just kind of a subconscious idea that things have to be a longer essay. I know that's not true. It's just the feeling. And sometimes I come close to having a completed manuscript or having a completed draft. I don't know why I said manuscript. That's a little formal. Um, and I just don't really feel like it. Oh. Hello, Alive! I'm DCB. Welcome to part 2 of my Super Mario Galaxy Let's Play. Is the solution that I stop making the posts I naturally make so other people feel comfortable going for it? That doesn't seem right. I don't really feel that really. I'm going to be a little naive and say that I would like to see you write on the blog more. Um, I I mean and that's I don't. Yeah. I mean, I think having lots and lots of posts from you, I don't know, just I don't know. I don't really have a rhyme or rhyme or reason. It just feels like more activity, even if it's coming from you, will spark more activity on the blog. And maybe shorter posts. I don't know. I mean, just do whatever you want, and yeah. Because I remember you started like the scratch pad back in the day, because you were posting a lot on the blog, but I don't think there's anything wrong with you posting a lot on the blog. I think if anything, it gives more opportunities to, fit things into, like if you're posting something every week, then like maybe, um, I'm playing Mario. I'm gonna type it in the chat. I'm playing Mario. No, it's absolutely baggage, and I've known that it's baggage for a very, very long time. It's just hard even after identifying it to remedy it, because then I'm self-conscious about that baggage. And I don't really know. I don't really have a concrete answer other than I should just start doing things. Um, I mean, I certainly, or back on the blog bit, I certainly wouldn't mind seeing more activity on the blog, even from, even if it means you're posting a lot more on the blog, because I don't think you should feel bad about there being substantially more posts from you than from others, because like having a lot of posts, like there's sort of a like a rhythm um, that maybe I can play along with, I guess. And I do think that there's certainly there's absolutely parts of this that like are learned things from like school and stuff. Um, I don't really know the context of the I can't fix 2019 Cammy's mistakes part. Um, and I mean I don't think there's anything wrong with I mean I can understand like your motivation behind it, and I think it worked very, very well. It's just um, or I think there was more structure. I think especially with like the recaps, um, and you did a very good job of instilling that. Maybe not instilling is the right way to put it. Um, yeah. I don't know. Maybe there being a recap was part of the motive. I don't know. I do want to comment that like some of this coincided with me like getting into art stuff, and I don't know how like good that was, or like I mean I think it's good, um, but just less of the programming stuff, and like I've gotten a little back onto it, but I haven't made. I used to release things very, very regularly, and just since I'm doing art and stuff too, it's just there's a bit of conflict there. Yeah, exactly. I still think it's good ultimately. And if nothing else, maybe we can use the recaps as an opportunity to show I mean, at least the showing off the seasonal like art stuff, because I know we did that. Um, to have some flow going. And like I've had some like autosite updates that I've been working on, but it just feels very difficult to like work that into something that like means anything for anyone other than me. Because I don't know anyone who uses specifically the GUI like part of autosite. Like, that's just been my little pet project for years. I think, like, at the very least, art recaps would be good, because it fits with the whole art collective thing. Look at the Pokeball! It's the Pokeball. That's so neat. There isn't really anything wrong with the audience being me, other than, like, you can totally just release your nightly build as a point release too. But it's like, Autosite is, okay, I'll be honest, like, I way overblow, how important any of my projects are, because, like, I've put, like, or like, I put Google Analytics on my Coppermine gallery just because I was curious, and I noticed that, like, hardly any, like, page loads were there. But anyway, like, it feels, releasing a new release of Autosite feels, like, big, because I remember how big 1.0 Gold was, because I was actually submitting it to places, or I was submitting it to, like, Softpedia, which is, like, kind of nothing, but that was on cnetdownload.com, and yeah, that was, like, kind of goofy. It's like, I don't know if I would release Autosite 1.1 as is, like, maybe I could, but, like, I feel like I've gotten, the impression that I'm not probably going to get feedback on it anyway. Yeah. Oh, jeez. For sure, the only person who looks at my site is me, but doesn't mean I'm not damn proud of it. Again, the only reason you can't is you. Just gotta stake your claim and go for it. Oh, jeez. What would a 1.1 ideally look like? Well, it wouldn't crash the, Alright, good night, Nia. Very good having you, tune into this stream. So yeah. Okay, what a 1.1 ideally would look like is, the fast-colored text box control that I use for it wouldn't overflow. Because that happens, as is, and it is very annoying, but it's also a problem that I don't know how to fix. Other than switching to a different text control. Oh. Remember how I said this was a quick one? This level is crazy. I remember the first time I played this level, I got so mad. I mean, I was so mad. I was chipping away at this level for, like, must have been like a week. I really agree. I just don't know how to make that change. In some sense, this is part of it, this dream. I know what set me free this year was thinking, like, what would I be doing if all this ended and I no longer had Somnol? And then I just did that. Interesting. I guess that is a good, like, way to view it. Oh, let's go after the green star. Because, like, that really cuts into, like, okay, what do you like, or what do you like to do? And what, you know, brings you satisfaction, like, for yourself and not for other people. Or not just for other people, I should say. Part of my struggle with, like, Discord is it just, like, it feels very reactive. Or I feel like I'm being very reactive, where I'm just like, I just want to see, you know, something happen and then react to it. And I don't think that's a very good thing as a whole. And that also means I've been making efforts to reconnect with the parts of early Summer and working with people that really did make my day, but I can only do so much, unfortunately, when I'm waiting for people to feel comfortable doing things that we must bust it out like it was nothing. I remember what this was. I don't really remember what I was busting out in 2018, really. And whenever I go check, like I was looking at some of my NeoCities stuff earlier yesterday. I'm just overwhelmed by, like, how am I going to document all this? Which is very weird, you know, actually, logically speaking, because it's already on archives. But I get the feeling that, okay, I gotta save this. I gotta save everything. And, the context, I guess, is a little different now because of the whole stupid university thing. But, I mean, only a little bit, I guess. It was really freeing when I was making my current site, just starting from scratch. Some stuff with the junk folder I brought back from the old sites, but I started pretty clean, keeping it as simple as possible so you can make progress and feel motivated. The thing is, like, okay, I shouldn't be going, the thing is ing, because I feel like I never truly started an effort like that. It's just like the site redesigns that I've planned and then never actually done, you know? Where I was going to do something different, and then I thought I really had it down, and then I got caught up in something else, or, like, just didn't feel like it, and then it never made it onto the actual subdomain. I think it's, like... Okay, yeah, it's this green, it's this green pipe. I'm so distracted. I'm so distracted. I guess what I'm afraid of is I'm afraid of wasting anything. Even, you know, when it's not really wasted. I'll be like pretty honest and like I'm really happy to have a group of friends. Um and I know that there is context around that, but and I know that the site building was like a really large part of that in the formative years. Um uh I can see where you're coming from, Cabby. Um I mean, I think in general, um feeling inferior is not a very good thing. Um, okay, do a little motion control stuff. I think this is the yeah. I I mean it's interesting, right? Like you get a sense of yeah. I think this is certainly this is certainly true. That you know you're your biggest critic and stuff is in your head, and I think I mean for me this is very easy to like agree with and take logically, but then like trying to tell the emotional part of my head that is like harder. It's but not it's not something I mean it's not to dismiss it as advice though. Um, it just can be difficult to have it feel intuitive. Um, okay, but what I was going to say is like it's like you read more playful competition, which is a like a good way to do it. Um, you know, it's funny because like when I see art, um, it's never really it hasn't for me not in a long time um, felt like, oh, like my art is worse than this. It's just like, oh, that's different. I could work with that, you know? Now on the art front, I know I could have, or I could be doing more like digital art stuff, or like coloring things in more. So I'm not like I've got rough edges as an artist for sure, but um, yeah, it's not a really. Oh, word. 3 stars. Art has always been a free space for me, like I have the confidence necessary to say things as a playful competition or as potential to be better, but writing I really struggle. Same with my world building stuff. Just feel like something I'm not meant to be doing. Site stuff is a mixture. I know I'm not very good at the technical side of it, but I feel less rough about that now. I mean, r/NeoCities. I think we're all pretty good with the technical bit. I think the technical part has never exactly been too much of a problem. um, yeah. Um, uh, Hornfin Galaxy. It's something we have to work through. I had never understood Flexbox, honestly. My NeoCities site had CSS Grid, which was about the same, I guess. Web stuff tends to be a lot easier to like have make sense with examples. Lots of examples. And also just kind of messing around. I think the image map stuff is a super like cool look. In any case, it's what on the web/technical side of things, it's whatever works best for you. I mean, I think it's always a good thing to branch out with what you know, but for your purpose, like especially what you've been doing, Cabby, I think that works really well. Jeez. Also, unlike the site stuff, I think the big thing that's made it hard for me to work on it recently is I know it's going to be difficult to get me to stop when I get started on it. So I will go into like 3 a.m. because I'm feeling really like into it, really inspired or whatever. And then like I end up avoiding that because like, I have other things I need to do, and it just so happens that that's fucking 12 a.m. has to be the time where I feel like doing site stuff. So it's like, jeez. Jeez. It's the working on stuff at night part, but it's just like the day is always like, oh, either I have stuff to do, or other people want my attention, or whatever. I mean, like when I'm at home, that kind of thing. I feel best about safe stuff like at night, but it turns out staying up till like 5 a.m. to work on your personal projects is not particularly sustainable. I don't know. I don't know. I think like ultimately I just gotta start releasing things again. But that's just it's well, okay, I shouldn't go like that. Cause like I've been going like that for a long time. So instead of doing that, I should change something. But right now I'm playing Mario. So yeah, let's see the second star of Toy Time. Somnolians not getting enough sleep? Tell me that's not true. Approaching 3 hours, by the way. Okay, this is going to be the last star, I promise. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time now. Not that, it's just I had promised 3 hours partly because I need to work on stuff, as I already like said, I guess. I don't know, I've been really appreciative of this talk and stuff. Um I'm really tired of being a letdown. I am. But I think that's like, I know what I have done before and that I can do that again, but it's just, there's so much corrupt now. In my head. I don't know. I hope at a minimum being here is alright. I think things have been like getting. I think things have been getting better overall in the last like year or so. So it's just difficult making the larger leaps or the more unknown things. But then again, also like I didn't know I was going to stream last week, so I must be, that part must be working a little bit. Yeah, I've been wanting to play Galaxy on stream for the better part of a year, if not longer. So I'm very happy to be able to do it now. I think one reason why I wasn't able to do it before, like, the couple of times I streamed, like, in 2023, I think, like May 2023, like, that summer, I didn't have a very suitable means of capturing the Wii. Um, I have a Wii to HDMI now, and like my setup is a little funny, but it works really well. I have a Wii to HDMI adapter, and you know, that's what you're seeing now. But on my TV, I have a composite input from actually an RCA brand HDMI to composite converter, and I have no clue how it works. I think it's wizardry. Um, it runs off of the power of the HDMI um, cable, I guess, and it splits it into composite. So what I see on my TV is a worse picture than what you see on your screens. Um, but that happens to play like it all happens to play nice. My capture card plays nice enough with the pass-through, or I mean the pass-through of my capture card plays nice enough with that adapter that I get full 480i out to my TV here. And it's really great. Whenever I am playing the Wii, normally I use component cables, but this is going through an HDMI adapter and then a doohickey that hooks it up to the TV. And there's no latency. The only latency is 500 milliseconds from my capture card to the computer because it's USB 2. It's like USB 2, mini USB 2.0. And that's how that works. So I think it's a pretty good setup. You know, it's like I could have streamed this game on Dolphin, but do I really want to play this game on Dolphin? You gotta you gotta have real hardware for this. At least a sensor bar, right? Yeah, real hardware is more fun. I don't really have much of a quibble with emulation or anything. It's just particularly for a Wii game. Emulation can be kind of more difficult to set up than it's worth. So if you have the if you have the option of real hardware, that's just kind of better and more convenient. Because I don't have to worry about the Wii remote cutting out. I've had that happen with Dolphin before. Um, Obviously, there's no lag on the console part. Not that that was a huge problem before, but... And I hope you guys have been appreciating the 4x3. I mean, that is a bit of a stylistic decision, a bit more of, this is a 4x3 TV. I think the chat looks nice with it, because it doesn't cover up the gameplay. So, anyway, it is 9:01 p.m. Was gonna say I'm amused how your stream setup looks super speedrunny. Yeah, you know, it looks like it needs a heart rate monitor. I could do that. I just gotta sync my Fitbit to my computer or something. You used to be able to do this, but whatever. Yeah, no, where the chat is, you could very easily put stream splits, except um, yeah, you could put splits there. But normally it's on like the left side of the screen. It would probably be on the left side of the screen, but I think the setup works pretty well. Um, so. So it is 9:02 p.m. I think that's gonna be a wrap for this stream. I got to go get going on stats because that's due tonight. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the stream. I really appreciated all the chatting. One of those German shitpost stream put a title that's like speedrunning Mario Galaxy. I'm new, don't be meme. I'm in a heart rate monitor that just has you in immediate heart attack territory. Thank you, Kremble. Thank you, Cami. Thank you, Kevi. Thank you, Savannah, for showing up. Thank you, all of my 4 viewers. Or maybe more, I don't know. Right. I'm I'm so famous on the internet. See, I wouldn't be able to stream without an audience, would I? Kind of. So, okay, end of stream. Good night, everybody. Good luck on everything. See you next Wednesday.